Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. Today we are running 6.3.5 Easy Path for Completion. Now, it totally depends on what kind of champions you have. You can choose different paths. We have realistically 3 different paths that we can run. But before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the video, comment down below. All of that really helps me out a lot and motivates me to do more of these videos. Also make sure to check out the playlist on my channel. I have different playlists for X 6.1, 5.3, 5.4 and I have a complete playlist for X6 only for completion. So that has all the videos from 6.1.1 up till 6.4.6 and I'm adding as I make them as well. So the first part is going to be aggressive armor and unblockable specials. That is the part that we are going to run. Now this is a good part for a Magneto because there's quite a lot of metal champions, and also if you have a Ghost or a Corvus or a Colossus, this is a really good path to run. Now the other path is going to be Incinerate and Power Shield, in which the defenders get extra damage for Incinerate. So if you have champions like Hyperion with his L1, if you have Sunspot, if you have a Human Torch, or even if you have a Sentinel with his L2, you can incinerate the opponent and kill them very quick because of the Power Shield. And then the other path is going to be Rage and Mystic Ward. Now I know it's Mystic Ward and most of your nullifiers will not work, but you can use champions that have Stagger, and you can use something like Quake. You can also go with Aegon. So there's quite a few options that you can run this path with. You can also run this path with Archangel, but there's quite a few robots on this path and immune, so I don't think Archangel would be a good choice here. But you have all the choices of these paths that you can run. And then finally we have the boss, that is going to be Mysterio, who has Matador node, enhanced visibility and tunnel vision. We'll get into that later and explain it when the fight comes up, but below are the different options that you can use and we will talk about them in detail once we get there. So the first fight is going to be against a Red Skull. I am going in with the team of Corvus, Magneto, Magic, Hyperion and Proxima Midnight. Different synergies, different champions for different fights, but yeah. The first fight with Red Skull, he has aggressive armor and unblockable special and heavy handed. These three are going to be all the nodes till the boss, so pretty simple and straightforward when it comes to node structure. Your masteries, it depends on you. I like running suicide masteries because they shorten the length for me. I try not to remove them until I really have to remove them. For example, I will remove them for the boss in 6.36. But other than that, I always try to run my suicide masteries because the damage output from them really helps clearing this X6 really fast. So with Red Skull, you just need to be careful you do not hit him in his block because that will give you damage and burn your power. So just avoid doing that. And he's also a metal champion. You can use also Magneto if you like. I am just going to use Corvus because I just need a charge from him. And always also Corvus just armor breaks all of his buffs in the beginning and during the fight. So Corvus is a far better choice for me because I'll have other champions ahead as well as Emma Frost where I will need the charges. So that's why I brought him in. You can bring in any of the Magneto if you like. And then we have an Iceman coming in. Now because of the nodes, the global nodes there, his L1 is going to be unblockable. So to make this fight easy, make sure that you bring in a cold snap immune champion or somebody who can shrug off his cold snap really quickly. Now try not to get his L1 onto yourself because sometimes it's harder to evade. What is a good way is to either bring a cold snap champion or go for in 4 hits and hold your block. That pushes the AI to attack you instead of using a special. Once that happens, wait for his heavy and then go back in and hit him again, and you can push him to his L2, and his L2 is more easy and more consistent to evade, and just rinse and repeat the process and he dies really quickly. Howard the Duck is going to be the next champion. Now again, you have a couple of choices here. You can either go with Corvus. If you have a Ghost, you can go with Ghost, or if you have Magneto, you can go with Magneto. I'm gonna go with Magneto because he's a metal champion. Now, one thing you need to be careful about is to not push him to an L2, as all the special attacks are unblockable on this path, and his Howard the Duck's L2 does a lot of damage. It might kill you off even in one L2, so it's always better to just keep him to an L1, keep baiting it out, build up your prowess charges, and build up to your L3, and then build up to 40 charges, and then you let it rip, and then he dies with the bleeds, and at the end with the shrapnel damage. Next up is going to be an easy fight. It's Civil Warrior, who's also a metal champion, or a good place to get a Corvus charge. Especially when he uses his L1, he stacks up a lot of armor and you can just break it with Corvus. Now, my Magneto is very low and my Corvus is dead, so I was like, you know what, let me go with Proxima. And then I eat an L1 to the face. Now, Proxima is also a really fun champion. A lot of people don't have her at rank 5. I really love her at rank 5. She makes a lot of bosses easy. I'm gonna use her for the 6.3.3 Mysterio as well. So she has her uses if you know where to use them in the right way. So yeah, I'm gonna use them in this fight. So most of the times if you're boosted like 10 or 20%, you only need 2 missions from her and you can easily kill off any champion in the game. Just right there, and there goes my L3 and he will die in one of it. Second to last fight from the boss is going to be Venom the Duck. Now he's a cosmic champion and his L1 is pretty easy to evade. L2 is a bit hard to evade. I would say just stay away from the SP2 because of the toxic armor he gives you. So I have a magic. I just brought her for the synergy with Magneto, but she's useful here against cosmic champions. Just L2 and rinse and repeat. Power lock him and that's about it. Best part about Magic that she is a very suicide friendly champion, so you can just use L2 over and over again and the limbo will heal back all the recoil damage that you use. So just another reason that I love using Magic and you see them a lot in my videos. Final fight before the boss is going to be an Angela, who is incidentally also a metal champion. I forgot to mention here. No, I've mentioned it. Yeah. So you can either use a Magneto or you can use anybody you like. I'm just using Magic because my Magneto is really low. So if you have a Magneto, bring for this path. This whole path is filled with metal champions and makes the path super easy and quick to go. Even the boss, if you use a Magneto, you can work around him. I will explain it during the boss fight. But yeah, you can go through with Magneto through this whole path and you can easily solo everyone if you like. And then we come to the boss. So this boss is a bit tricky. He's one of the harder bosses in 6.3. He's been nerfed now. Before he used to be armor break immune, so he was more annoying. Now he's not armor break immune anymore. He has Matador, that is a node where you can only gain a bar of power when he uses his specials. And then you have enhanced visibility. Uh, and then you have tunnel vision. So with tunnel vision, if you use the same kind of attack twice, you get a falter debuff and you miss the next attack. That gives him a chance to retaliate really quick. Also, whenever he uses L2 for a little 0.7 seconds or 0.75 seconds, he goes invisible. So if you try to hit him after his L2 right away, you're gonna miss your attack and he's gonna hit you back. So if you have those two things in mind, you can counter it with a very simple trick that we will discuss right now. One more thing, he has chemical charges on him, so whenever he gets 3 chemical charges, he converts into a poison and gives it to you. There are 2 ways you can deal with it. You can either bring a poison immune champion, or you can keep baiting his specials. As soon as you bait his special, his chemical charges, they reset, and then they have to go again to 3 before the poison is applied to you. Sometimes he can be stubborn, he will not throw his special, he will just spam heavy. So it's better that you bring in a poison immune champion and then just kill him off. Now there are different ways you can deal with this boss. You can bring a human torch. There's a really amazing video by Karate Mike, so you can have a look at him. Above 10 temperature, he does not miss any hits, so he's a really good counter to him. You just have to keep baiting his SP so he does not get poisoned. Aegon also works here. He gets unstoppable and unblockable. And also Captain America Infinity War, he has to be SIG 200, and needs to have a synergy with a skill champion, so if there is a poison that is applied, he can easily take it away. You can also use Captain America Infinity War same with a cosmic synergy that will keep giving armor breaks to whenever you use a parry. So they both synergies will work. It depends on you who you want to use. I'm going to go with Hyperion because I have him in rank 5. So my technique is pretty simple. I am only hitting him when I parry him. So right now he'll come to me, I'll parry him, and then I will use a medium into heavy. And that's all I'm going to do, or I'm going to use my special 3s. Now, I will try to push him to an L2 because I'm not going to keep him in L1 because all the damage will be reflected to me during an L1. So I'm waiting for him to throw a special on me. So whenever he will throw a second special, I will get a power lock. That will trigger my willpower and heal me back up. Also, Falter is also a debuff. That will also trigger my willpower. So those are two mechanisms for me to heal up and go sustain through this longer fight. And all I'm going to do is I'm to parry him, use my medium. So if I have a Falter, my medium will miss, but the next heavy attack I'm going to use after medium, that's going to hit him. And with the Fury stacking, his damage increases and he will be able to kill him off. Now my approach is very patient. This is going to be a long fight, like 5 minutes, but this method does work. In this way you can negate the Falter as well, and you can negate the miss as well. So whenever he uses an L2, don't just go back in to hit him. Wait for him to come to you, parry him, use a medium attack, let the Falter go away, and then use a heavy. Now I run suicides, that's why I'm only using heavy attacks. If you're not using suicides, you can do a medium and then you can do a special as well, and that will kill him quicker. So it's just a long patient fight that you have to go through it, and that's about it, guys. With enough patience and with good parries, you can bring him down solo and easily. You can do this technique with any champion that is poison immune, and you can bring him down. Magneto also works on this fight, but the problem is that he will shut down the Matador node. But he will not let him miss, and sometimes he will not let you poison you as well, as long as you're baiting his L1s out. So with Magneto also is a patient fight, but you don't have to worry about the miss. From that, it will, because of ability accuracy, he will not. So you can use L2s and you can kill him off as well with Magneto. I hope you find the video useful and it helps you use the least amount of units. Next video up is going to be 6.36. That will be the whole completion, and that is uploaded on my channel. You can go and look for X6 guides for first completion. That has videos from 6.1.1 to 6.3.6, and I'll be doing 6.4.1 as well. Once all the completion videos are done, then we'll go for exploration. And keep a lookout, I'm going to be sharing 6.3 tips and insights on Reddit and different line groups very soon. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, guys, make sure you do. All of that really helps me out a lot. We recently reached 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and all the love I'm getting from the community is just amazing. Thank you. Apart from that, guys, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.